Here's an uncomfortable truth. If your enterprise risk framework still treats geopolitical shocks as tail events, you're planning for a world that no longer exists. Middle East volatility, Ukraine's grinding conflict, and the US China decoupling aren't outliers. They're the new operating environment. CFOs who don't integrate these dynamics into base case planning are essentially flying blind with a balance sheet. The traditional CFO playbook of scenario planning with 80% probability on stability and 20% on disruption, that's dangerously obsolete. We need inverted thinking. We need to assume instability is the baseline and periods of calm are the pleasant surprises. What does this mean practically? Stress testing needs radical recalibration. Energy price shocks from Middle Eastern escalation, well, that's not an edge case anymore. It's scenario 2 of 5. Supply chain severance from China? Well, if you haven't modeled the financial impact of losing 30 to 50% of your sourcing overnight, you're not doing your fiduciary duty. And liquidity management takes on new dimensions. When geopolitical events can freeze assets, disrupt payment rails, or trigger sanctions with little warning, well, cash positioning becomes as much about geographic distribution as cash quantity. Treasury operations need the sophistication of a multinational hedge fund, not a corporate back office. Progressive CFOs are also rethinking capital allocation frameworks. Projects get evaluated not just on IRR and payback period, but on geopolitical exposure profiles. When risk adjusted properly, a 25% IRR in a geopolitically fragile region may likely be inferior to an 18% IRR in a stable one. Here's the bottom line. Geopolitical risk modeling isn't a compliance exercise or just a CYA memo for the board book. Today, it's core financial planning. CFOs who recognize this early will protect shareholder value best. Those who don't, well, they'll eventually explain very expensive lessons learned to the board. The world's changed. Your models should too. If you'd like to know more, visit us at cfointel.com or realstrat.com or contact me directly at andrew.zizas@realstrat.com. This is Andrew Zizas, to the point.